Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Two Gents Podcast. And we normally don't, I'm not used to this. I have to get used to this again. You know, I got Byron Glass on. Pastor Riggins is in the green room, I guess. I'm waiting for him to turn on his picture. He dialed out, so he must have lost himself. So I just want to say, we got Byron Glass out here. Byron.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
You tell me.
I just got the notification from YouTube that Two Gents are live. So if you're out there and you don't want to listen and tune in right now, you can always go back to YouTube and check us out. We're just two gents and another gentleman on the mic, just trying to do a few things in the community, enlighten and inform. Ron, we got a lot that we can talk about. So there's no inappropriate way to start out tonight. So I'm gonna give it back to you, man. Just happy to be here, and once again, the good Lord has allowed us the opportunity to enlighten and inform.
Always. Pastor Riggins, I can see you out there. I just don't have a camera yet. So when you get your camera situated, if you want to come in, or I can just bring up a blank screen. If you have to use your avatar, we can go that way too. We can still get you on the air. So if you want to tell me which way you want to do, or I can bring you up and let Glass see. Pastor Riggins is there, man.
Hey,
I just can't. I can hear you, but we can't see you.
Me?
Yes, sir. Now we can see
you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You must can't hear us.
Can you hear me? You can hear me?
You see us shaking our
head?
I
can't see Ron or hear Ron. Glad to be on tonight. I can't see Ron, nor can I hear Ron. But I know I'm live. So
can you hear me, Riggins? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. I can hear you, Baron.
Okay. Mr. Spikes, he can't hear you.
I'm here. Can't see him. Anyway,
I'm here. I'm live. I don't know what's wrong.
Sorry,
I see you.
I missed last week. And as Baron said, we can take this any way we can go. There's a lot of been happening in the last couple of weeks.
The last couple of days.
Last couple of days for sure. There go Ron. Ron in slow motion though. Hey, I believe something's going on with Mitch McConnell. He's not with us anymore, or he's incapacitated, and they didn't want us to know about it. But the surprising situation happened. Lindsey Graham passed away. Now, they're being up and up with us. There is a certain condition called aortic dissection. A good friend of mine had that happen to him in 2023. It's called a widowmaker.
Ask him, what is that, Byron?
It's called a widowmaker. What
okay,
it is,
you can hear me now.
Yeah. What it is that if you have high blood pressure, it'll be like a bursting of your aorta right at the tip of your heart. 99% of people that get it die. A co-worker friend of mine, a pastor friend of mine, had to happen to him, I think in April of 2023. God blessed him, man. He went in and had a 12-hour surgery. He survived it. 1% chance.
Wow.
And he's still pastoring and preaching today. He preached the last 2 years of my last 7 sayings. But it's called a widowmaker. And if you have high blood pressure, that can't happen. So it could have happened to Lindsey Graham, or they could be using it to say it happened because he just came from Kyiv, dealing with Kyiv and Moscow and everything. They're known in that area of the world to poison people. All I know is that Trump says he got off the plane, talked to him on the phone, and within the next couple of hours, he was gone. But if it does happen to you, it will happen suddenly. It'll be like a heart attack. And basically, when that burst right there, you bleed out.
So it's just like an aneurysm, what they call an aneurysm in your brain, but you have it on your heart.
At the aorta.
So when the vein busts, you just bleed out.
In the aorta, yes, sir.
But Ron Riggins.
Yeah.
Why are we spending so much time on this guy's death when we don't do it for nobody else? What makes one death more important than the other?
I think what happened.
Let me get Byron fired up, Pastor.
Okay.
Hold on just a minute. Let me get Byron fired up.
Yes.
Respect. Do you see us? Do you see us? Do you see when you make statements about a man who was harmful towards our community? And I'm saying our, because you are one of me and I'm one of you. Makes it look. Do you see how you look when you decide to straddle the middle and call this man a hero? A man who is outright racist. And I don't care if he shook your hand on that House floor or that Senate floor. I don't care if y'all took pictures. I don't care if he helped pass a bill. He is a racist. May he rest in hell. And you come up here telling this heartwarming story about a man in the South who could give two fucks about black people, about women, about the LGBTQIA plus community. That's all of me. Do you see how I would look at you at the end of the day? Are you desensitized to your own community and our feelings? You sit here and you straddle the fence about a man who could care less if we lived or died. We really don't want to write you off as one of those. Please do better in your messaging. You could have just said my condolences to his family and left that shit alone. But
man, we coming.
What say you, Glass?
Some real language there, bro.
Hey, bro. I mean, there's a lot to say, but you know, I don't rejoice over the death of a man. But what I will say this: respect is something that's earned. So if you had the respect when you was living, you'll have it when you're dying. But if you didn't have the respect when you was living, there's nowhere in West Hell that you can give it when a person is deceased. So at the end of the day, I'd much rather spend time on something else rather than talking, because when I leave here, it ain't gonna be that important. When you leave, it's not gonna be that important. Hey, the Bible tells you should rejoice. You know, I mean, so everybody's entitled to feel the way they feel. I'm not gonna discount how somebody else is doing what they feel they need to do. As far as me and my opinion, I don't have nothing to say.
There's two things I think that's going on here. I believe, I was trying to tell a story that I believe that they're using that A-Order story as a cover-up. I believe that something may have happened there in Moscow, Kyiv, wherever he was at. And if those senators and politicians got to classified and know what happened, instead of them saying my condolences and moving on, they're trying to call him a hero because he gave his life, or life was taken from him in a line of duty, what he was doing for the country. But we'll never know that.
But Rick,
but I'm not agreeing with it.
Yeah, but
what prompting it is, I think they know more than we know about how he died.
Well,
instead of them just keeping it to themselves, they telling it in another way by calling, acting like he's a hero. Because, like if I was a senator, whether it was a Republican or Democrat, and went over there in another country, took our life, they don't know how to just.
But Riggins,
yeah.
you my man, and much respect or whatever. But
yeah.
I mean, it seems as if, and this is just my assumption or my thought, that no matter whether you're on the left or right, everybody on everything is coming up with some type of conspiracy theory. What if the man just died?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, Ron, what's? I mean, like I said, I don't. I mean, it's much more important things that I, feel like, we need to enlighten and inform rather than, because my mama's transition is tomorrow. It'd be 2017. What is that? 9 years that she's been gone. I just got through listening, Riggins, 5 minutes before the show. The William brother, I'm still here. It brought a few tears, Ron, before you and I got on. But my point is, her death is more, if we want to talk about it, her death is more important than anybody else on this planet to me. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Now, politically speaking, supposedly, with his death and with Mitch McConnell not on the floor, what is incapacitated or left us also, they're saying the Democrats with the 4 senators that keep voting on their side has now got basically taken the power of the Senate, even though Schumer is not the majority leader. So that's the political thing of it, that this is something that's caught them off guard, that now the Democrats have got more power with, of course they're trying to swear somebody in his place, his sister or somebody. But I'm just saying, politically speaking.
I just got a question. How in the hell does that work? You gonna swear in somebody's sister to do the remaining term of and they ain't got no.
The governor has the authority.
God, dog.
Yeah.
And we wonder how come we behind the 8 ball.
Right. See, every state has its own. See, that's why a lot of time when Trump doing blowing all them smoke stuff about the federal elections and all that, elections are statewide. They're run by every state, and then they go serve in the federal capacity. So in reality, whatever that governor, for instance, if one of our senators died, whoever what's his name want to put in place is what he's going to put in place. The governor of their state. And so
maybe that's what's wrong with politics, Glass. You serve in the office and the people don't get a say in it. So you just basically just put in there who you want to. And we're supposed to just go along with it.
For that period of time from now until November.
Right, yes.
And the question is, does she go in with the same seniority that he left with?
Right.
If
and
so,
she sit on the same committees.
Yeah, right. The question is, does she have the power to purge like he did? I think he was on the Senate Arms Committee. Right. I don't know if it was on the House Ways and Committee. House Ways and what is it? Riggins House Ways and Means Committee.
Well, but he's in the Senate, so he wouldn't be on the House.
Okay, yeah, right.
He's gonna be on the Senate. Yeah. He's gonna be on the Senate side, which is even more powerful.
Appropriations Committee.
Yeah, City Appropriation Committee. Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's the deal, though. That's okay, man.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you know what you're talking. You just had a brain freeze. Here's the deal.
I have them all the time now, Riggins.
Yeah, me too, man. That brain fog.
Yeah, but
wait a minute. I ain't gonna let y'all take that on because I'm older than both of y'all. So
hey, man, look
y'all having them already. I'm really in trouble soon.
Hey, Ron. Hey, all I can say is everybody deteriorates differently.
Yeah, right. And then our minds are still you blessed to be retired. We still got 1,000 things going on sometimes at one time. You're going 2, 3, 4 different ways. So you blessed. We want to get to the retirement, relax our minds too. But here's the thing, Ron and Baron. This does put that seat into play for November, though. I really believe if we put our foot on the gas, I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself like a broken record, but until the election's over, we got to do this. We can take the Senate and the House back. Look, this man is bogged down into this war again. He informed the Congress today, we back at war. See, he played games, charade, like I'm going on for the 60-day, truce and all this kind of stuff. He wasn't. And then now he's playing him like a fiddler. Man, they trying to assassinate you, Trump. They trying to assassinate you. And then he using all that information. That I knew who told me they're trying to assassinate me. So now we got 1,000 missiles pointed at you for another whole year, and we'll blow you to smithereens if you assassinate me. Hey, he think they're gonna they ain't gonna bomb him. Man, look, they could do an inside job. I'm not calling for all that. But Trump is playing checkers in this case, and they playing chess on him.
Let me just say something about that too, because that's not all on Netanyahu this time. And the real reason why I think that is because Iran has played these games before. That's been their track record. They get so far in negotiations, and just when they think that somebody else has won, they agree to a certain point, and then they do stupid things like firing on a ship in the Gulf, and their leadership is splintered out there. So they really don't have one person that's in charge. So one part of the forces are going against the other part of the forces. So it's a lot of stuff that's going on with Iran. But from the beginning, we really shouldn't have been there. I agree with you. We shouldn't have been there because Netanyahu shouldn't even put us in that situation. But he got us there. And the thing that I hate about it, you dragged this on all of this time when you could have been, this thing should have been over with a long time ago. Every time that they did something different, you let them slide. You let them slide. Now it's got to a point where they just think that you, I don't know no other terms to say it, then they just think that you I want to say it, but I gotta watch myself, Byron. They just think that he don't mean nothing that he says. He just throws out those fake accusations that he's gonna do this, he's gonna do this. I'm gonna annihilate you. I'm gonna attack your area. He ain't did none of that. So they can't go by what he's saying. Then now watch and see. In the next 2 or 3 days, they're gonna go back to the negotiating table.
Let me tell you what's going on.
Dragging on and on and on.
Let me tell you what's going on, Ron. We're wasting a lot of money on a lot of equipment and a lot of missiles and all that. But the people really that can prosecute this war have either been fired, replaced, or forced to retire. I'm talking about the real soldiers. Because Headset ain't no soldier. Let me say it again. Headset removed. Pay attention to all the generals. And sometimes it just be a small blip somewhere, so-and-so, or the Southern Post over here left. This person, this command left. Everybody can prosecute this war because they know that Trump and they don't know what they're doing. So real people like you that really came up through the ranks and gave their life of service, they're not prosecuting the war because they disagreed with what was going on. And so you got these rookies out there, or people, yes men or lackeys, that's doing whatever Headset tell them to do, and that's why nothing ain't getting done right. And they're showing Trump only what they want Trump, what they think Trump would like to see. They're only showing him what he would like to see.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you, Pastor, but I'm still saying that the negotiation that's going on in Iran is not straightforward. If it was straightforward, we would have been out of there. If it was normal people in Iran, but they dragged their feet even when Obama was negotiating with them. They dragged their feet and they kept on pushing it down further and further. Then they finally decided that they was going to take what Obama gave them. And that's a negotiating tactic. And you're right about Pete Smith. He don't have no experience. He don't. Anyway, he can't. He has never been to any type of college that taught war.
Yes.
He never been to any. He never made it to any rank that gave him the authority to be over a certain amount of people that he's over right now. Out of all of the people that's been in that office, he is definitely the weakest one. And his paperwork and his background show it. This man was on the news and Trump heard him talking like he knew what he was talking about. And then all of a sudden, here he comes up and he's the Secretary of State. You know, Pastor, I did a video about this and I want to share this with you. Do you know that they never asked anybody that they ever interviewed for the Secretary of State or Secretary of War, as he wants to call it? They never asked him, do you know what the job is that you're applying for, that you're going into? Have you ever been in an interview where they didn't just ask you, do you know the job?
Let me tell you something, Ron. And I'm not just saying this because I think I know everything. I think yourself, myself, and Barry, I'm not going to just put myself there, can all do a better job than him. Let me tell you why we can do a better job than him. Because we can go up there and know that we don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got enough of wisdom and common sense that we're going to call in all the people that do know around the table and say, okay, I've been given the management job of this war, of the Pentagon. I need your expertise to show us what to do. I'm going to rubber stamp whatever y'all tell me. My name is behind it, but I'm not going to take over. But because I'm in this position, they just drafted me and made me say, you're going to be the Secretary of War, Riggins, tomorrow. I can do a better job now because I don't think I know everything. I'm going in saying, I'm going to get the people that do know what they're doing to prosecute this war. And I'm going to let them get up and talk and let them have the central command of this and the southern command of that and the eastern command of that. I let them have let them go up there and have the press conferences. I'm just going to say, I'm the manager. I'm the one, just like doing a research paper. I know how to bring all this stuff together, but I'm not the one that had the information. I know how to bring it together. That's but he wants to be that he is doing like he know what he's doing. He don't know what he's doing. And then he have his pastor, go there praying for folk every day, and a racist guy, Christian nationalists. That had nothing to do with war. You can't religiously think you're gonna prosecute a war. That man need to go home and then get on his knees and try to get saved like me and you, and let them run the war.
Yeah,
A lot of stuff going on don't make sense.
Mm-hmm. I'm not disagreeing with you in any kind of way about Hecksmith. We both know that he fired everybody that had any type of experience. He fired commanders that was in that area that had the experience dealing with the Iranians. How can he just fired them because they may have had a different opinion than what he did? Yes. You can't work in an environment when you got people that have a different opinion and you don't respect their opinion based on the facts that they just came out of that area. They may have been served in command for 5 or 6 years in that area. So they met with the same people that you don't even know that you briefing Trump on. But anyway, it just throws me for a loop, Pastor. I don't even like talking about that because Hecksmith is he shouldn't have been there. And then Trump wanted to send his his son-in-law in there, like he's a established negotiator. Then Trump sends his Rubio in there. What have they negotiated before? What's their background, Byron? I don't know. How do you feel?
The son-in-law is Orthodox Jew, so to speak. So that right there tell you already he coming from the side of Netanyahu. So that's already that's tainted from the beginning. He's not gonna be a fair player. See what I'm saying? The son-in-law already coming there, not even like a guy straight down the line in the middle, because you're talking about Iranians and the Israelites don't get along. So that's the first problem you got right there.
Can't disagree with anything that you're saying, Byron. How do you feel about it? I'm just curious because I know that most people in America feel like this. If it ain't landing bombs over here, I ain't worried about it.
Well, Ron, no matter what is being said, Hecksmith is still in charge. Hecksmith is still in charge. He's still gonna do what he want to do. I think the focus is and should be, we're almost close to November. How energetic do we have the party or the people to go out and vote for candidates that can change the trajectory in which we're going? I saw and this is no relation to what we've talked about last week or week before. I see what Tallarico has raised X amount of millions of dollars, whereas Paxson has fallen way behind. So the question is Texas gonna turn from slightly purple to maybe half blue, half red? We don't know. If you look in Maine, you see the Democrats just got rid of a guy that has done less, or that had done less, allegedly, more so than what the president has done. See, again, checkers and chess is two different things. If you look in, some of these other states, like New York, Mandami, doing things that some of the party is kind of conflicted over. So my focus, Ron, has been on, knowing what we know. What's the best option that we have to be able to eliminate and or minimize the issues that we have? Because remember, some of this is going to probably last for the next 50 years. Again, what president do you know that has ever invaded Iran?
No, they can down the road.
Last 50 years.
Go ahead, Pastor.
All right, I sent y'all a link just now, man, that Trump wrote a letter supposed to J.D. Vance, if I die, what to do. And
bomb the hell out of him.
It's some.
What does it say, Pastor? Go ahead and tell us what it says.
No, I haven't read it all, man. Everything.
Yeah, I think it's the one where it's talking about bomb the hell out of them and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I read something the other day. Yeah.
Yeah. See, so I'm telling you, man, we're living in perilous times, and I don't want nobody to be afraid. You got to trust in God, but we got to be aware. We got to stay woke. Wake up and stay woke. It's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of moving parts at one time. And they know that they're losing their grip, and that's why they're hiding Mitch McConnell. Whatever his situation is, they're hiding that. They're losing their grip.
So let me ask y'all, both of y'all, a question, since we're on this subject, and I don't really want to move on from it right now. But how do you think this is going to affect the November election cycle?
Well, Ron, let me take a shot at that. I was gonna mention this again. This is the easiest election cycle that I know we have had in my adult lifetime. Mm-hmm. But because the Democratic Party still to this day does not have a concrete platform, it's still a 50-50 flip.
Yeah. That's why Trump wants that Save America Act. He says he's going to shut down the government in September if he can't get that Save, because he knows that without the Save American Act, we're supposed to blue wave this thing. It'll be a blue tsunami, which we just wipe out everything just like they did 2010 to Obama or 2006 to George W. Bush. It's what's about to happen. But when it's happened, think about all the billions of dollars that Trump that took our crypto and all the people that he ripped off. Think about all the stuff he knows he's done criminal stuff. Inside trading with his sons. We don't have to go to nothing about no war and all that. Just normal, everyday criminal stuff he does over trying to get rich. So he knows the handwriting's on the wall. But we've got the Democrats got to stand up and go and vote. Now, what's going to happen is that affordability stuff. Trump trying to make it like it's a made-up word. No, people are suffering. Gas prices are not going down. Grocery prices are still high. Trump act like he doesn't care. So that's going to help out a lot. And as long as we march in this war, like you said, that's going to help out a lot. But we can't be complacent. We can't say, well, the Democrats are going to win anyway, so I don't have to go vote. No, you got to go vote. We've got to vote.
You know, Pastor, me and you and Glass have sit here many years talking about what the Democrats are going to do. Byron Glass has said it just not too long ago. They don't have a focus. I was listening to them talk about Hakeem Jeffries. That area of politics is just lost. They don't have a solid leader. They follow every whim that comes up. And Byron Glass just brought up somebody up in New York that they just did an article on, Madami. And man, they splintered against him.
But you know what he's doing? He's real, and he's doing what's best for New York City. And all people want is somebody that's real. All they want is somebody that's real, don't fake. Hakeem's be fake, and Chuck Schumer is a big fake. Nancy Pelosi was a fake. What made Obama who he is authentic. Big ears and all, authentic. Half white, half black, so to speak, well, known as black in America, but you know what I'm saying? Authentic. Bill Clinton, with all this mess, you know, with the cigar that the girl was doing with him and all that kind of crazy stuff, he was authentic. And they couldn't even, what's his name? Who was the House Speaker during the time? It was fighting against him the whole time. Speaker of the House doing Bill Clinton. You know what I'm talking about? Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich and them, they respected Clinton even though they didn't like his politics. They were because he was authentic. All we need is somebody that's real. What made you like Jasmine Crockett? No matter how brash she is, how loud she is, how black she is, she's authentic. What you call that? So prove that he's authentic. You know what I'm talking about? Tallarico for you. But so we want somebody that's authentic. And the Democrats a lot of times don't really put the authentic people out there that's for real, that say, listen, I'm not, no matter what comes or go, I'm going to stand on what I believe, and we're going to take this mess down.
So, you know, Pastor, as I listen to you, Byron Glass, I got a question for you, man.
Yes, sir.
Was Obama a president that went against issues that he couldn't win, or was he a president that went with the issues that he could win?
Well, Ron, it's twofold. One, being the first, there were things that he may have wanted to do, but because he was the first, he had to set the tone, the precedent. There was a lot of things that he may have wanted to do, but it would not set well with him being, the leader for all people. I understand that standpoint. On the flip side, this person that we got in right now is taking care of his people, his kind, his likes, or whatever the case may be. So I've asked this question multiple times. If this person has the same power that the previous ones have had, why or how did they not be able to do or conquer a lot of things that they wanted to conquer? So to answer your question, I think, Ron, depending on what angle you look at, he did what he could. There were some other things I wished he would have, done more of. However, being a part of that electing process, there are a lot of times you're on the outside and you don't know all the dynamics of what's going on the inside. So I give him the fact and the point that he was scandalous free. He did a lot of things. He did what no other president on this planet has done, which was give affordable health care to all individual people. So he did something that no other president has been able to do. All his predecessors were Anglo-Saxon. He was the first American Negro, the first person of color to ever conquer of any leadership. So it's a flip.
Yeah, I agree with you, Pastor. You want to say anything on that?
No, I agree with Baron. That's what I said. I mean, he's authentic as he can be. His hands were tied sometimes. Even in that affordable health care, the poison pill they put in there was to leave the private insurance companies in there. That's the only way he can get it passed. He didn't want that in there. But he gave the best he could, saying, hope we can improve in the future. And what Trump and them have done, they stripped everything out of it that they can.
One of the things that I recently read about the affordable health care plan that kind of threw me for a loop, and I just need for both of y'all to listen to this, because somewhere they started trying to get health care back in the FDR. But the reason why they didn't pursue it, from what I read in the articles that I'm finding, is that the reason why they didn't pursue it because they thought we was going to die off if we didn't get health care. Black people, that is. And you can go out there and research it for yourself.
I saw the same article yesterday. Matter of fact, I think I may have shared it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might have shared it with me. I just forgot where I got it from. But the real reason why they didn't want to give health care is because they thought we was going to die off.
And that's been the plan from day one.
Yeah. You remember the Evers Boys? Remember the Evers Boys?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I heard
the syphilis experiment.
Yes.
Where they was giving them all fake shots. They wouldn't even give them the real medicine. But the real medicine was
just
there
to see the outcome.
Yeah.
And Rick, so if anybody get pissed off about what's being said, we have a reason not to fucking trust.
Yeah.
We do because this is what they always done. It ain't changed. I mean, we're talking about Lindsey Graham, and the Democrats come out like, oh, that's a holy man. He done died. He done did this. Ain't nothing holy about him. He fought you tooth and nail.
You know what Joe Scarborough called Lindsey Graham? Aunt Lindsey. You know why he called him Aunt Lindsey? Y'all go research it.
Yeah, please let
why he fought against all the rights for LGBTQ is private lifestyle that match up to what he was fighting against. Now
so like it is. I could take that a little bit further, but I'm gonna leave that alone because they have a strong community out there, and I don't want to offend nobody, but here's the thing I can't get past is that with everything that we done talked about tonight, I mean, everything that we done talked about to this point, it sounds like somebody within the Democratic Party would come up with a message that communicates some of this stuff. If you got the authority, what's wrong with Hakeem Jeffries? Cory Booker came out and said, hey, that was a buddy of mine. And we was Ace Boone Coon. So when he was standing up there voting against whatever he was voting against for black people, that was your guy that you were supporting? Maybe you should consider changing your party.
No, here's what's wrong, man. And they try to call the Senate the gentleman's chamber, which they take it too far. They act like on a floor, they're fighting against each other. They don't on two opposite sides. They leave, just like when these lawyers in the courtroom fighting against each other, they're gonna leave, have lunch together, and buddy together. And that's where they take it too far. Now I'm gonna tell you what, if I'm a Democratic senator and you're a Republican senator and we don't see eye to eye, I'm not gonna disrespect you. I'm not gonna say that you're not a man. I'm gonna honor your humanity, but I'm not gonna say you're my buddy. Because we up here fighting for two different things. I'm gonna respect you, because respect is earned, so I'm gonna give respect. But I'm not gonna say you my buddy, and I'm not going to play golf with you. I'm not going to eat with you in anything. I got millions of other people that not in the Senate. I go down to Washington D.C., go down the streets down there and find somebody that down there in the hood and hang out with them because I represent them. Should I hang out with you? I don't have to be in the good boys club. And that's the good old boys club. And that's what happens. They get in the good old boy club, even though they on two opposite sides of the political thing, and then all of a sudden, that's how you get pacified, and that's how they soften you up, and then then you can't stand on your own 2 feet. That's the problem. That's what I'm talking about. Authentic. Cory Booker is not authentic. Now, let me tell you something else. Now, for him saying what he's saying, they got some similar stuff they said about him. They said about Lindsay, so they could be good buddies. Let me leave that alone.
I don't know anything about it, Byron, but here's what I do know. The man passed away. He wasn't in our favor before he passed away. Every bill it seems like he was on the opposite side of doing right by people. And this young lady just said it, So Byron, I'm stuck. I ain't stuck. I just can't come out and say, you know what, I'm in love with Senator Lindsey Graham because I've seen him on the other side of the issue. And he didn't bite his tongue. So he was doing his job for what he believed in. And I got to stand on it. Just because he died doesn't mean that I'm going to switch sides. Just like you asked me about my person earlier.
I mean, that's, again, once you take the last breath, you can't change, right, Riggins? That's it. It's over with. Yes, so if you was hateful living, you just, hateful dead. I mean, again, I don't have nothing to say. Whatever has happened has happened. What I can say is if a person is against me when they're living, I have a right to validate that they were against me when they're gone. That because they're gone does not change how you feel about the person. Because they're gone does not mean that you still can't speak the ills and the truth about a certain thing. Hell, look at what they say about King, Mandela, Martin. I mean, I'm not buying into all this BS. I don't care. He meant nothing to me. He served no purpose that bettered people that look like me. So at the end of the day, whatever life he lived, when he make it to the door, whatever he needs to do to get in, if he can get in, he can get in. If he can't, that goes for me, you, and anybody else. So be it.
Hey guys, is my camera blurry?
Yeah.
I see myself clearly, but y'all not seeing me clearly, right?
But we see you clearly. No. Just a little blurred.
A little blurred. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe your screen need to be cleaned. Maybe.
Is that better?
No, You're doing the disappearing act for me, but I understand. It's a little bit better, Pastor. I can see you a little bit better now.
Okay, it may be your lighting, Riggins.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Ron, again, it's more important things, that's out there. Getting people elected to change what's going on. I mean, hey, Mitch McConnell. Well, here's what I say, Riggins. Whatever the law allows Andy Beshear to do, that's what he need to do. He don't need to play around. He don't need to try to work things out. whatever the law says, if he has the ability and the power to appoint somebody, he need to appoint somebody. What did Mitch McConnell do with Barack Obama? He prevented this man from getting another Supreme Court judge. Right. Karma don't come the way you want it, Riggin. It just comes. What you give, so you shall receive. Man, it's time to stop playing. It's time to exercise the law. Whatever Bashir can do, hey man, trying to pick up the phone, have a conversation. Hey, look, these people know they need to let you know that everything is okay. If it's not, if they don't want to do it, stop asking them. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
And that's and isn't that the same thing they accused Biden of? Not being functional, not being a part, not being, not being capable of making a decision.
Dems, not mean to cut you off because I'm getting rattled. I'm trying to stay calm. Dems are scared to fight. Booker, which is a leader, Chuck Schumer is the leader. They ain't said a damn word. Okay, and if they have, I hadn't seen it. Chuck Schumer is the weakest majority leader that I have seen in my adult life, and I'm 57, 58. Since I've been 18. Well, no, I was following politics way back in the, I think 82, 83. My sister was a senior. I was a freshman. So it's been that long. This man, and here's why I follow Riggin, because I always wanted to be a majority leader. I always wanted to be in the Senate and be a majority leader, but it never happened. So be it. So I followed that. This man is the weakest. He has no ability to pull the caucus together. He has no ability to work across the aisle. He was given strictly because of his seniority, and that's why we're losing, because we keep following a tradition that rather than follow what the realities are of today. Get rid of Schumer, get rid of Jeffries.
Yeah, that's right. Because he's like a coffee drinking, latte drinking, smooth talking New Yorker. Don't know what he's talking about, as far as I'm concerned. You need somebody like Clayton Adam Powell up in there from New York, kicking butt. That's what you need. But
always.
He's dead for a long time ago. I'm just saying that's the kind of New York you need in there. Not no latte sipping Chuck Schumer.
I always say that politics on the Northeast corner is different than politics in the South. I don't care how you look at it, because they do things. They take. I don't even want to go down that alley, but they take money from the same organizations that they want to protest on everybody down south from taking money, but they get it, and their coffers are bigger than everybody else with the money that they take, so they can't afford to go left or right on some issues because their money is going to be affected.
Level money.
And that's why you see people like Hakeem and Cory Booker and all of them up in the Northeast. They're worried about their money.
The love of money is the root of all evil. And
I got something I want to get y'all opinion on, and we're gonna change the subject unless y'all both of y'all got something else you want to say.
No, change the subject, brother.
Okay. Now this one.
Thing that surprised me, I thought it would never happen, but it did. Senators, bipartisanship, voting unanimously to a resolution that will withhold their pay during government shutdowns, which is an attempt to make federal closure financially painful for lawmakers after a string of record-breaking impasses this past year. It is bipartisan. Even John Kennedy of Louisiana signing on to this, saying it can't just be on the federal workers alone, and that the Senate and lawmakers should hold some responsibility and they should not get paid. Anytime there's one or more agencies shut down, this will kick in. Senators will not have their pay as well. As we get more details into the Don Lemon Show newsroom.
But see, Trump
What's y'all opinion about that?
Trump trying to use that though. He said he wants to shut down the government in September until they pass his Save American Act. So now put your money where your mouth is. If you don't want Trump's Save America Act to pass and he shuts down the government, let it stay shut down through the election. And then guess what? Then it won't matter, because after the election, Save America Act won't affect anything. Put your money where your mouth at. See, because that's what's going to happen. If that's what's going to happen, Trump says he's going to let the government shut down until they pass the Save American Act. And if they shut down the government, the guys not getting paid, we're going to see what's going to happen.
Byron, I'm going to let you go, and then I want to come in and say something about that.
Hey, man, I have said this dude is catastrophic. He's going to do what he want to do. We just need to be prepared to prevent that from happening by getting out the vote. They need to be rattling the truth. Look at Louisiana, got James Davis and Julia Letton. The Democratic Party, it's just Riggins. I see you frozen. It's just useless, man. That's why I'm glad that I can happily say I got out the party.
You know what you just said, Glass, brings back 2 or 3 things. But what Don Lemon has said is something that we've been bringing up for I don't know how many years. Hell, if you're going to take away the pay of the federal workers, you should be tied into that too. We've been saying that I don't know how many years. Almost every time they had a shutdown from the time we got started. If your pay was tied to that, but see what Don Lemon said also, it's just the Senate. The Congress ain't passed no bipartisan bill to do the same thing. It's just the Senate that's didn't pass this bill. So if the Congress bring it in, yeah, it might be effective. But the Congress saying since they ain't brought it up, it's just the Senate.
Yeah, the House of Representatives haven't done it. You're right.
And they ain't gonna do it.
They're not gonna do it.
It's
435 of them. 438 of them. They want to get paid.
We keep expecting people to do stuff that we know they're not going to do it. I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on what we're going to do to eliminate this stuff in November. I've said this when the election was over with, Riggins. Ron, I said in 2026, I said, hey, if we don't get out and vote, what we now know as freedom in this country will be gone. I'm still focused on that. What are we doing, Riggins? Again, what is the state of Texas doing with regards to the Senate race? What is the state of Louisiana doing with regards to the Senate race? What is the state of Maine doing? What are we doing to gain these seats back? What are we doing to put out a message? They're still talking about Kamala Harris may run. Man, I'm not concerned about whether she's running or not. That's down the road. We need to be focused on what's in front of us right now, which is, hey, look, I saw Tavis Smiley again, and my boy Dr. Cornell West have always loved him. Riggins, he was one of my idols. But you know, this steady, I really believe that they mad at the dude because he didn't offer. They just be bashing him. I'm saying, Dr. West, man, you inspired me to do what I do, and here it is now. You Benedict Arnold, so to speak. You trade. I don't have no problem with you contesting and protesting the individual, but come on now, it's a way to do that.
Matter of fact, they set the environment for Barack Obama to run. Remember 2005 and 2006, they was running around talking about the covenant with Black America and going through. I mean, we went through a couple of those things, and they set that environment that got Black people fired up for when Barack Obama ran, and then all of a sudden they turn around backlashing on him, and they're still backlashing 10 years later.
You know, both of y'all are correct, because I think that we have this problem. You know, our government isn't. Barack wasn't going to be a Trump and just put you in the office because you had a title to support him. He couldn't do that, because if he would have did that, he wouldn't have got a second term.
But that's the problem, Ron. Some people feel like because they are in a certain place that you're automatically guaranteed a spot. Man, come on, let me leave that alone.
No, you always tell me if you got something to say it. Don't back down.
Hey, Barack didn't owe them nothing. Barack came up on his own. He didn't have no platform other than being a community organizer. He was blessed by the grace of the good Lord to get what he was getting. He got the people that could come in and do what he needed to have done. West and Smiley, sit your ass down.
Another thing is this. They didn't like the fact that Barack Obama ran for Dr. Jeremiah Wright. But in the moment, if he ran with Jeremiah Wright, he would never became president.
He did what he needed to do, just like everybody else do what they need to do.
Politics, you gotta. I told you, politics. You know, that's why I don't run. You got to know how to play both sides of the fence without being a crook. And then and most of them are crooks. I don't think Barack Obama was a crook, but he knew how to play both sides of the fence. He knew when to run away from Jeremiah Wright. Guess right now, I bet you go to the Obama Center. I bet you got something about Jeremiah Wright in the Obama Center, because it don't matter now. Let me say it again. It doesn't matter now. I bet he should with Jeremiah Wright.
Well, here's the thing. Why should he run from where he came to where he's at? If that's part of his past, he's entitled to have that.
Yes.
What was wrong with Jeremiah Wright? I mean, what did he say that was so wrong?
He said, instead of God bless America, God damn America. And it's the truth. Because we always want God to bless America, but America ain't blessing God.
Well, what I'm saying is that's his opinion. Just like this fool in the office saying whatever he want to say, everybody jumping up and down like he's the saving grace. So whatever Wright said, I don't have to agree with it, but he can say what he want to say. That don't mean that we agree. That don't mean that Barack agree. I got friends that say some of everything. Yeah. That don't mean I believe that I don't like them any less. I just don't subscribe to what they're saying, and I make it known that I don't like it. So ain't nobody saying nothing about what this fool's saying.
And so then
ain't nobody
Barack
saying nothing about it when he denounced it all. Man, come on.
Barack went out there and went straight to Philadelphia and made his whole speech on race and slavery and race in America and all that stuff and racism and quiet and all that stuff, and said that he didn't agree with either side of prejudices on either side. While Trump lied and said he didn't know who David Duke was, didn't know who the KKK was, and daddy was the KKK in 1927. Didn't know none of that stuff, didn't know all that. As soon as he got in, they started marching in Charlotte, North Carolina. We shall not be replaced by Jews. We shall not. Remember that? As soon as he got in, hey, that's good people on both sides. He was lying the whole time. Knew he was a racist to the bone.
I want to kind of bring us back to a point that Glass made earlier, and I want to digress because I think that we need to look at this as a whole, because Byron brought up a couple of names that's running in Louisiana, and they're not getting any type of support from the Democratic Party, and they're in a state where they need every ounce of support that they can get monetarily. Because I looked at them traveling around in a van, going around Louisiana to the counties that they need to go to, and they posted it on the internet.
Parishes, not counties. Parishes.
Yeah, parishes. Thank you, Pastor. I needed that correction. Thank you. I was about to say, can I just finish? But you're right. I'd rather you correct me and it goes out on the airway correct. Parishes. These guys are taking their money out of their campaign, traveling around, trying to get advertisement. And here's where I'm going to tie this back to. And eventually it's going to change, because you, on one hand, you spending all this money in Texas on this person that you think is a great white hope, but you can't spend nothing on nobody else that's actually black in Louisiana that can make a difference in that red state too. That's crazy. I can't follow that logic. They always go down that path where they're gonna spend money. Then if it get to a point where they spend too much money, they'll drop him too.
Let me tell you what's wrong with politics. If they think they can't win, they won't put no money in it. They think we can't win Louisiana as a red state. That's sad. There's a chance we can win Texas because we're purple. But my thing is, if I was the Democratic National Committee chairman and running the money, we're putting money everywhere. We're putting money everywhere. Matter of fact, what we think we're going to win is where we're going to put the most money. What we think we can't win, we're going to empty it out so we can try to win. They got it backwards. They do this all the time. They won't put the money where they, because it's like, we're wasting money over there. We ain't going to win Louisiana anyway, but we might go win Texas. Let's put the money where we think we're going to win. No, put the money everywhere. And where you think you're not going to win, where you need to dump the most money, try to flip that thing. Because when it's all said and done, when the election over with, you can't do nothing with the money anyway. You may as well spend it. You may as well spend it.
They sit in these rooms and they make those decisions, Byron, and they say sit in these rooms and they make those decisions. If it's a chance that I can win in Louisiana with those candidates, I'm gonna give them an opportunity to do it. But too many times across America, what they end up doing is picking and selecting people to go into certain positions. And if they fail at that position, they're the first ones to come out after it's over with and say, you know what? We made a mistake. But if they would have took the money and spread it out, almost like Pastor Riggins was saying, they stand an opportunity to capture more. But I don't understand it, because I heard the guy that was in charge of that particular DNC, and this is what he said. If we got some candidates, some people running for office, even if they in the Democratic Party, we ain't gonna support them. As a matter of fact, we might spend money to get them out of the race. Now tell me what kind of sense does that make?
That is true,
reference to the guy in Maine, really. But let me tell you something about the thing in Maine. The good thing happened in Maine, even though it's bad. ICE killed somebody else. So even though that guy pulled out, Maine's in the uproar. They want some changes down there. Senator Collins might still be in trouble because ICE killed that guy in Maine.
Riggins, at the end of the day, they still would vote for Susan Collins because the Democratic Party made it easier for them. Again, there were allegations made against this man. There were actual factual things that went against this man that's in office. Come on, man.
Here's the other thing, Byron. Let me bring you to another point since we're on this subject. We just had a guy killed in Houston.
Yeah. They
actually showed the videotape. This guy running from unmarked cars, no badges, no sirens, no identification. Hell, I would have ran too.
Yeah.
I would have ran too. But I'm not saying. Then they say that when they got out of the car, he tried to run over him. That's the same lie that they use on this other guy. So I hope that somewhere, somehow, they got video cameras, but they do have cameras of him going around the city, running away from them unmarked cars. But who wouldn't? Would either one of y'all stop for an unmarked car that's out there that's chasing you? You got 3 cars chasing you. No, you can't see them. They're all in your rearview mirror. Would you stop? I'm just asking either one of you.
No, black windows and everything. You think it's some gangs or something, a mafia or something coming at you. Yeah, let me tell you what, man. And on that guy in Maine, the latest one that came out, I wasn't gonna come out at first because I really like his politics. But then I kept thinking about what kind of person he was, and he tried to rape me in 2021. Who paid her? It's all I want to know. She got paid. She got paid.
Hey, this ain't the first time.
Somebody paid her, brother.
This ain't the first time. Hell, if you already did the act in the office, why you gonna save a dress with stains on it?
Yeah.
Hey,
am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
You're right.
But if he did do it, his ass need to suffer the consequences.
That's right.
Because I don't want no woman to feel like something has happened to them and it's being discounted by men. No, if he did something to you,
that's true.
Take it to court.
That's true. What I'm saying is,
no, I'm not going to what you said.
Right, I'm agreeing with you on that part, Baron. But you said it this whole time. If he did it, why when he first started running, you didn't come out with it? Come out with it up front.
All about timing.
That's what I'm saying. You waited to get paid too.
So I'm gonna take it one step further.
He could be right. He could have been done it. He's wrong. He needed to pay the price for it, and she could have got paid for telling her when she.
Well, look at Anita Hill.
Yep.
Brett Kavanaugh.
Still paying for it.
Yep.
Still paying for it. And here's the thing about, these guys do this stuff, but why do you wait till they get to a point where they're trying to do something for somebody else to say something? I'm like Byron. I know it happened to you, but why wait to that particular point in time? And here's something else why we're here, Pastor, because I know you'll jump on this one. He just paid $5.4 million out to this lady that he was supposed to pay out in court, but it ain't his money.
Yeah,
it's our money. All the money he been getting illegally and tapping into and all the rest of that. Hell, he can afford to pay that little $5.4 million because they are killing us.
You just made $2 billion off of crypto.
But Riggins, run. We got to be careful. If they want to wait 20 years and it's the truth, they should have them 20 years. Because I don't want nobody to think that we're discounting what I think what Well, what I'm saying is this, is that if it's a lie, why try to destroy the man? If it's the truth, I wish you would have done it a long time ago. But if you're doing it now, let's just hope you're doing it for the right reason, not trying to destroy this person. Because if you're trying to destroy this person, you know, all you're doing is making it worse for the next woman who may come forward that's really telling the truth, and they don't look at it.
Or I'm saying that
I'm glad that you could.
It's wrong that happened to you, but why you want to wait to get paid on it?
I want to clarify. I want to stick to what Byron was clarifying. I want to stick to what Byron was clarifying. We're not saying that you shouldn't come out with it. You can come out with it at any time, whatever it happened or whatever. You can come out with it years later. Right. But you got to figure out. And maybe you just got bold since he was bold enough to go out to the public. You know, maybe that was your time to come out and say, hey, this person did that to me. I just got to let y'all know. Maybe that's your feeling. I don't have no problem with that either. Because when he was insignificant, you didn't say anything. But when he became somebody, that was your opportunity to let everybody know. And that might be what they feel, Byron.
Hey, Riggins. I think Riggins froze, ain't he?
No, I'm not
he's frozen.
Okay, hey, look.
I'm not froze.
Hey, a woman can stay with you for 30 years to get your money, but she can tell you she never loved you from day one, but she waited 30 years later to tell you. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's all about timing. Again, I just don't want no lie to be out there. I mean, if it happened, let's deal with it. But if it's to you was paid for the game, then whatever you deserve, I hope you get it.
So let me put. We got a little bit of time, and I know this is gonna go down y'all alley. I want to put one more thing out there. Well, two more things, because Byron, that last one, I'm gonna let you and Pastor Riggins get on. But this one, what? I'm gonna have to answer like I want to. Why in the hell is Roland Martin and Stephen A. Smith going back and forth on issues that don't amount to a hill of beans? Somebody, both of you, explain that to me.
Well, we've been trying to get Stephen A. to go against my boy AF, but
let me tell you what's going on, man. Stephen A. Smith is the problem. Stephen A. Smith, I give him his honor and due. He's a good sports writer, good sports commentator. He's making millions of dollars. Stephen A. Smith stole First Take and all that stuff. Somebody along the way told him that he talking real good. He got the big head and crossed over to politics. He's out of his lane. Now he crossed over to politics, and when he crossed over to politics, he's almost like saying what he wants people to hear him say, like coming at Jasmine Crockett, showing up at the conservative conventions and stuff, acting like he don't like what Trump is doing, but at the same time, act like he want to hang out with the Trump crowd. That stirs, it's all about money too. Stephen A. Smith make a lot of money to do what he's doing, faking and shaking, what I'm saying.
Yeah, ass liquor.
Yeah, and Roland Martin don't like that. Because Roland Martin, you understand, he was on CNN. He was doing the best he can to be a straight newsman. And then he got a couple of opinions out there. And Trump and them came along. They didn't like the fact that, he was, saying his opinions. They ran him off of CNN. While Scott Jennings and all the other fools could stay on there. They ran him off of CNN. He has to go out there and make his own money. And now Roland Martin look up and see Stephen A. Smith to jump into the fray, but misrepresent himself as an African American man for all of, because like you say, he licking butt or kissing butt, and Roland Martin is trying to address it. Now is he addressing it the right way? I don't know, but remember, that he's already a journalist in that field. He feel like Stephen A. Smith has stepped into his field to muddy up the waters, and so he's trying to take up the cause. He's like me. I wish I could take up the cause with Stephen A., but I can't get no audience with him. But Roland Martin has the platform to get an audience with him. I understand what you're saying, Ron. We got a lot of stuff that we need to do in the Black community. We need to push people out to vote and all that stuff. But still, Stephen A. Smith want to make a fool out of himself. Roland Martin want to address him.
Here's the deal, though, Pastor. You, me, and Ron, when we were Democrats, we proudly said that we were Democrats. Now that we're independents, We proudly say that we're independent. Stephen A. wants to ride the fence. He wants to hang out over here one day. He wants to hang. That's weak. That's a Benedict honor. That's somebody who's doing it for a selfish gain, individual purpose. Or what? If he's a Republican, I would respect him more because his talking points are Republican. His talking points are conservative. I don't have a problem with that. But just say what you are. Don't try to hide in the middle and then get these over here rallied and then get these people over here. Man, just say what side of the fence. I will respect you more. Right now, I think he's weak. I think he's using other people because he's saying what they want him to say, and he's getting paid for that. But at the end of the day, he don't mean nothing to me. I don't look up to him. I don't have nothing good to say about him. When he was in his sports lane, I think he had a roadmap that was doing very good for him. But sometimes, Riggins, you've heard me say this. Ron, you've heard me say this. Just because a man have a mic does not mean he deserves an audience.
Right.
You know, my particular thing, Pastor, I don't know if you was talking, but anyway, I want to just say this. My particular thing is this. We all know and respect Roland Martin. We know that what he's talking about is the gospel. I just don't want us to get so caught up in attacking each other that we forget our main purpose. Because in November, as Byron Glass says, if we don't have our stuff together and we out there attacking each other on some stuff that don't amount to a hill of beans, I don't think our leaders should be out there. I respect Roland Martin. A lot of people respect him from where he came from, but I don't think he should be attacking this man. Let him go out there and look like a fool. What ends up happening in the end is that he loses his other audience that he gets his bread and butter from.
Yeah, but Ron,
they spin out like you want to run too. Like you want to run for president.
Is pointing out factual things or relevant things against somebody else, and that somebody else happen to look like you. Is that really attacking? This is not to you, Ron. I'm
not attacking. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there thinking, because I think a lot of times people feel like there should be no civil discourse when it comes to it. I think I agree with what you're saying, but I want to stop short of people thinking that just because Ron Riggins or Barron is black and I'm black, I don't have a right to contest him in an open audience. I'm stopping short of that, and I think you are too. But I think what you're saying is for the greater good. Why can't they iron this out behind the scenes? I think that's what you're saying.
That's absolutely that's what I'm saying. But I'm also saying this. Now I want to be sure that you get that. Most people get this. It's other things that's going on within the black community that you could be talking about other than going at each other. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, because Byron brought up something that really cooked my goose. And I just did a show on it yesterday. Mm-hmm. Black people not showing up for jury duty.
Yep.
That's a change within the community. That's something that people should be talking about. That's an initiative, but going after each other, Byron, it's too much other stuff that we can talk about. If you want to help us go for it as a group.
Everybody want to be the ringleader. Everybody want to be the toughest bull in the ring, and we gotta flex our supremacy. Riggins, it's self-destruct is what you call it. It's what the slave master did years ago. You pitch the young against the old, the light against the dark, the male against the female, and all this other stuff. It's a simple tactic that we developed. Adopted. What do you say, Riggins? Over hundreds of years, maybe even 1,000 years.
Yeah, Willie Lynch.
Yeah. These keys are the keys to control.
Yes, sir. Let me tell you something, though. What happened is Stephen A. Smith throwing a bait out there and Roland Martin taking it.
Right.
It's not Roland Martin that's pushing it, but Roland Martin falling for the bait. Mm-hmm. Stephen A. Smith making money off this, though. Mm-hmm. And then Roland Martin get more frustrated because he believed that, listen, you're not representing your people right. And Roland Martin, like you say, you probably should focus on other things right now. And after the election, go and wear his butt out. But I don't know.
Well, but
you can't. Go ahead, Glass.
No, go ahead.
But you can't sit there and call out Stephen A. Smith, and at the same time you talking about your own people, about not going out there and vote. You got to get on one side or the other. You have a good cause because you're trying to get people out to vote, but then you take away from your platform when you attack this man, because now you're lowering yourself down to his level. It doesn't. You elevating him into politics, and he don't even deserve the ability that he can't even match the knowledge that you have. That'd be like me arguing with Pastor Riggins about history, and I can't match Pastor Riggins.
Let me tell you what happened. Stephen A. Smith, Sirius XM gave him a politics show, and that's what stirred the whole mess up. He have a Stephen A. Smith sports show he's been having for years and years. He had First Take on ESPN over about 6 months ago or so. Sirius XM gave him his own politics show on a Wednesday night, and it's called Straight Shooter, the Straight Shooter. And when they did that, he ain't shooting straight; he's shooting crooked as ever he be. But they call it Straight Shooter.
Is Roland jealous?
Might be jealous, or think that Stephen A. Smith is misusing the platform to misrepresent, African Americans. That's what it all came out of. Yeah, and then he gets on that Straight Shooter show, and that's how he jumped on Jasmine Crockett. On the first thing he did was went out to Jasmine Crockett on that Straight Shooter show.
So if you spend so much time, so if I got on this platform and I got myself to this point, because every time you would bring up a certain name, it changed the whole dynamics of this show. Because I want to jump up and defend my side. Pastor Riggins wanted to tell us about his side, and we just got away from it. But at some point, somebody got to get grown enough to say, you know what? Let him do what he gonna do. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna fight the good battle over here, and I'm gonna let that go, because he's not. Neither one of them are calling out the other one's name, but every time they respond to each other, it's almost like they both want the algorithm to focus on the mess, and that's what kills us as a race, because we want money and popularity to come our way, but we don't want to help the people that really need help. We want to take them down. And I got one more thing before we get out of here, because it's going to take us a little bit to discuss it, but then we getting out of here on time, Glass. I see your eyes. We're getting out of here on time. So if any one of y'all want to cover what I just say, go ahead, and I'm going to play one more thing.
Well, hold on. Let me. Riggins, I have I collect watches. I got an AP. I got I got some fairly decent watches. So I've been looking for one because I want to buy myself one for my birthday next month. I texted my buddy yesterday and I said, man, send me some different watches. He said, I go on Temu. He said, I get all types of compliments on my watch or whatever. So I messaged him today, and I sent him a Movado and something else. You know what his response back was? He said the watch on Temu is gonna tell the same time as the most expensive watch. And I thought about that. I say, man, you know what? That's really true. So what are you trying to do? And my point is relative to Roland and Stephen A. Somebody has to outshine when they both got enough room to shine and develop their own audience and do what they want to do. At the end of the day, go to Temu, man, and find your watch and be happy.
Let me tell you what, Baron. Remember all the Benjamin Bannekers I bought?
Yes, sir.
Something wrong with my electronic, something in my body. I run the battery down on watches every 2 or 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 or 4 of them. They're real nice. They're real pretty. I'm sitting up in laying around and drawing everything. I got the gold one. I got the black one. I have a burgundy one. I got the blue. I got all the nice and wood grain and everything. But something makes the battery run down in it. Mm-hmm. So even though that watch is, those watches, expensive watches, we're getting them on sale, Mm-hmm. Benjamin Banneker, but if you know stuff Benjamin Banneker run, he's the black man that created the grandfather clock.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And designed the seat. He designed Washington, D.C., the city.
Mm-hmm.
And the day that he died, they burned down his house. They did his funeral. They burned down his house, took all of his papers and everything. Didn't give him his patent for his watch and all that kind of stuff. They try to hide everything from everybody. Benjamin Banneker. But like Baron say, the nice, expensive, good watch. But if the battery don't stay running in it, it's just a showpiece.
Right.
I can go.
One
I can go
last
to
thing
Ross
before we
and
get
give me a cheap one, and it's gonna still run.
One last thing before we get out of here. I want y'all to comment on this.
I'd love to get your opinion. Do you think Supreme Court justices should have a lifetime appointment as they currently do, or should they be given term limits? Okay, this is a super...
I just want to get y'all opinion what I just
Ron,
played.
I think term limits is a no-brainer. I think it should not even exist.
I'm sorry.
I think the term limit should be up to the people. If you want to put this person in, you put this person in. If you don't want this person in, you don't vote for them. I don't think term limits is controlled by the system. The system should be the people. I'm term limited out. This December 31st, that's a wrap. 34 years. Okay, now should I have been able to keep going because the people wanted me? Or should the law say, okay, you can't do it no more, but the people want me to do it? I think the people should make the decision, not the process of the system.
Pastor, what it was about is Supreme Court justices. Should they have term limits? Since you didn't see it.
Yeah, that's something that's written into the Constitution a long time ago, and for that to change, 2/3 of the Congress going to pass it, and 3/4 of the states going to pass it. Even to add justices, if you want to add justices, 2/3 of the Congress going to pass it, and 3/4 of the states going to pass it. So that won't ever change. Look at Abbott in Texas, no term limits. The only way we're going to move, we got to vote him out or he died.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the problem, Pastor, is that we give these people those offices and they sit in them for so long that nobody is able to challenge them. And so when we start having these problems, you're dealing with the same person. He ain't changed.
But Ron, I think the people have the challenge. If you're a newcomer and they know that Mitch McConnell has been there for 40 years, they either vote for Mitch or they vote for and if they want Mitch, now that's on them. That's how I see it.
If they say Mitch is still alive and laying on that bed and they vote him in, he's gonna still be in there.
Exactly.
Now I agree with y'all. There ain't nothing that we can do about it because I mean that's the way they run politics.
But Ron, since the people don't want to do it, would term limits help? Absolutely. So is that a viable option? Hey, look, absolutely, because at the end of the day, I mean, Ron, you 80, 79, 80, 81. Some people are in good health now, but the vast majority of them, when you look at them, I mean, come on, man, they don't need to be. They need to be at home with their grandkids, great grandkids, riding around in their Studebaker, or sitting on the, whatever. Hey, put it in.
I agree with you, Pastor. Oh, Pastor.
Yes,
it's coming up on that time. So, Pastor, what I'm going to do is do this real quick. I'm going to let you start talking.
It's 8:47 though.
Okay, anything? Well, let me do it this way. Is there anything else that y'all want to talk about today?
Senator Dick Durbin just said that Attorney General of the Department of Justice, Todd Blanche, told him that anti-weaponization fund was a mistake. So how will that impede his hearing starting tomorrow, Riggins? Will he be confirmed or will they reject him?
They're going to confirm him because he's going to say it was a mistake. He's going to talk his way into saying he did wrong. And plus the judge already nullified all that. See, he has nowhere to go anyway. The judge nullified it. He knows he needs to say that to get in. So he's going to say the right stuff to get in. But the judge nullified it too.
So the judge nullified him. So you just think that he's just going to run his mouth to get in and they're going to still appoint him. So what kind of system are we in? I'm just curious.
That's what I'm saying, Ron. No matter what you do, it's always an excuse to put something else out there.
The kind of system we're in, and I hate to put it like this, and I hope I'm wrong, the kind of system we're in, you got to be the right background, right class, and the right color. Whatever you want to do.
Well, that counts us out altogether, don't it?
But not all together, because we fight 3 times hard. Like Senator Raphael Warnock. Look how much he had to fight against to be in there. That's why Cory Booker ought to be ashamed of himself. That hard to fight for him to get in there, for him to get there and give up what he got. That's why King Jeffers ought to get up on this, get up and be about something.
But you know your boys are coming on Thursday night, basically saying that Warnock was illegitimately elected.
Who? Trump. He trying to say that's why we see what he tried to do, and they stopped that too. They tried to subpoena all those election workers for that county, Fulton County. A judge threw all that out. So now Trump think he can get on a mouthpiece and say that the Georgia election was wrong. He should have won Georgia. He should have won the election, and the senators that won that time was wrong too. But think about he won 2020.
Think about it, Riggins. He only have issues with things and people that don't look like him.
Right. And when he don't win. And as far as I'm concerned, he hasn't won an election yet. Let me say it again. As far as I'm concerned, the Mueller report, Russia put him in. One day there's going to be a report that showed that Elon Musk put him in. But they're just Riggins talking. This is the disclaimer. People, two mics and two gents in a mic is not Spikes. It's not Baron Glass saying this. This is A.F. Riggins saying this. Trump has never won an election. A.F. Riggins said it. So don't put on these guys.
I don't have no problem with that, Pastor. You know what? Because that's what this show is about, giving your own opinion. If we just reach one, Byron says it all the time, we just reach one, we didn't accomplish our mission. We're not out here trying to be Roland Martins or Stephen A. Smiths and all the rest of that. We try to put it out there and let you make your own decision. Now, we do have opinions. But most of the time, we put it out there and let you make your own decision. I never heard Byron say, you should do this, you should do that. Pastor Riggins doesn't do it because that's not our platform. But if you don't do it, if you're doing something that ain't right, we're going to say it. Am I right, Byron?
Hey, Ron, yes, sir. We will say this. If you won't change, then you should go out to vote.
Absolutely. Pastor, you want to add to that before we get out of here?
I'm going to say like I started off the show, living in perilous times. We live in some bad situations right now. Spiritually speaking, I talk about it on Wednesday night. Practically speaking, I talk about it on Tuesday night. Somebody was talking to me the other day and they said, your Tuesday night show is not about the spiritual stuff about church. I said, yes, it is. It's church outside of the four walls. You see on the bottom of the screen, it's A.F. Riggins Ministries. I'm not representing myself. I'm representing what I believe should be happening outside the four walls. To impact my community, my city, my world. On Sunday morning, you're going to hear about Jesus Christ. On Wednesday night, you're going to hear about Jesus Christ. But on Tuesday night,
Did Pastor freeze up or something?
No, sir. I'm here. But we need to
I thought you had froze up.
No, sir.
I was trying to get this thing to come to the stage so we can go ahead and get this, but I still keep putting up the wrong one, Pastor.
Hey, man, we got 8 minutes left.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm gonna get these images out of here, Byron. I'm on your time. I'm on your time schedule, Byron.
I'm good, bro.
What you're saying is you don't have to rush. Is what you're saying. We got 8 minutes. It's not like 8 seconds or 80 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna ask that question in this 8. Anything else y'all want to bring up?
No, sir. Something you got?
I did what I had.
Let me go back now. The analogies.
Don't do it, Glass. Don't do it.
The analogies that Riggins and I was using about the watch. It wasn't to make us look good or dignify, distinguish us from anybody else. The point is that at the end of the day, some things are not even necessary. Right. The most expensive one is going to do the same thing that the inexpensive one is going to do.
Right.
If you want to reward yourself with something, that's fine. My point is, I came to the development. Hey, look, I'm going to get me a watch that I like, and it don't have to be a designer watch. Timex has always been good. I've always loved Movado, not because of the price, but because of the look. But we use that relative to Roland Martin and Stephen A. Whereas they both got enough room to do the same thing. They just got to figure out how to do it.
Man, you know my favorite watch I ever had, brother? I was 11 years old. My grandmother from Outer Louisiana gave me a baby blue Mickey Mouse watch.
Yeah.
That's my favorite watch. Yeah. Hey, Vanessa, who's a good friend of ours for a long time, talked about it in our group chat, in our inbox on Facebook. She told us that she's saying that Lindsey Graham's lifestyle was no secret to anybody. So I don't know if y'all see that message. And so I want to throw that back in, loop around back to that. You know, people ain't talk about it, but his lifestyle is no secret to anybody.
Hey man, whatever he chose to do, that's on him.
Yeah.
I don't have.
You're not judging it, just making the facts about it. I mean, we're gonna put the facts out.
Yeah,
But Ron, Rick, I know what I wanted to ask you. Go ahead, Ron. Then I'll ask the question.
No, go ahead. I'm good.
Was Lindsey Graham's sister's appointment, was that a DEI hire?
Yes. Yes.
I don't hear nobody from the Democratic platform talking about that.
And they won't.
It's like Hakeem, man, let me just leave that alone, brother.
They don't know how to fight fire with fire. They never fight fire with fire.
Because it's going to cost them. See, when it's going to cost you, you think differently.
What is it going to cost them?
Money from wherever they're taking those PACs from. Because upstate, they get twice as much money as they do running for office downstate.
I bet you money down there get no money from them kind of people.
No, I know he ain't. And I bet he ain't worried about what he's saying either. But Akeem Jeffries and Cory Booker worried about what they say.
Yeah. Go find you some other sources to get your money from.
Not the kind of money that they're getting. I'm just saying, I mean, it's all, if you think about it, you have to be obligated to somebody for them to give you money. Yes, and as long as Hakeem Jeffries been in the office, if he wants to stand on his own and stand up and be a man, he has the opportunity to do that. But every time that you look at what he's doing, not a man, I'm going to say a politician on the right side, because Byron will clean it up for me. But if you want to stand up and be a politician in the Democratic Party, you have to stand up for something besides what you've been standing up for. Mm-hmm. So, Byron, I'm giving it to you. You give it to Pastor, and we're going to kind of mosey our way out of here tonight. So,
well, Ron, once again, you know, our goal is to just enlighten and inform. And in no way, shape, form, or fashion are we trying to make force or bogart somebody into believing what has been said. What we're doing is simply doing what other people do. That's on Fox News, that's on CNN, that's on MSNBC, MS Now, ABC, and all those other affiliates. They're just strictly have an audience. They have a group of individuals that's given their opinion based on what they believe in and where they fall at on the scope of the map. I think what we're doing is a little different. Nobody here is receiving one nickel, one dime, or $1. We don't have any endorsements. We don't have any advertising. Not that we couldn't get it. We just choose not to seek it. I want to always remain independent, Riggins. I'm not going to ever put myself in a situation where somebody can control me. If you're going to put me out the house, I'm going to make sure that I got at least a doghouse to go back to, because you're not going to have that much control. So at the end of the day, as long as we can do what we're doing and try to be honest, fair, and balanced, we talk about Dems, we talk about Republicans, we talk about anything in between. We just happen to be three independents who chose to lead the party because of our civil discourse and disagreement that we had. I'm glad to be joined by Ron Spikes and A.F. Riggins. So, Riggins, I'm going to send it to you.
Yes, sir. Let me tell you something else. Talking about what's been going on, do y'all know that the FCC, whose chairman is appointed by Trump, they're trying to take ABC off the air?
Yes, sir.
So if you watch the commercials on ABC, which is owned by Disney, ESPN is involved, the Super Bowls will be playing on there, all that stuff this year. But by July 29th, they're going to review, they're using this because Jimmy Kimmel is on there, is what they're mad about. They're using this thing that the ABC stations are not giving back to their community. So you watch the commercials, ABC station is saying, please send in surveys, please respond and let the FCC know how much we're giving back to our community, because by July 29th, they're gonna make a review of it to try to find a way to try to strip them off. Now, of course, they'll go to court and fight. But it's all because Trump is upset because Jimmy Kimmel wears his buzz out every night. I digress.
But the other thing, go ahead, Pastor. The other thing about Disney is Santos did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up backing down. So, Pastor, I'm gonna give it back to you. You get us out. You do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna bring your thing back up.
All right, bring it back up. Yeah.
One.
Yeah, it just came to my mind that as something Barron said, it made me think about that FCC going on. Yeah, every Wednesday night, guys, I'm calling for Pastor Riggins Facebook page, AQUILAFERNELRIGGINS. Find me on Facebook, 7:05 p.m. because it's 7 o'clock. I'm already with my Zoom with the church. 2 churches doing a Bible study. We simulcast Facebook Live at 7:05 p.m. We've been studying the book of Matthew. We've reached Matthew, the 24th chapter. My friends, we're going to know about Israel, Iran, what's going on with what we call the Middle East, which is really North Africa. Tomorrow night will be a good night to watch because we're in the 24th chapter of Matthew, in which Jesus talks about all this 2,000 years ago. There's nothing new under the sun. On Sunday mornings, we come live. You can find me live on United Covenant Hope Church of God. Johnny B. Williams is our praise and worship leader. We around about 11:10 a.m. on Sunday mornings. We come with a word to impact our community, our city, our world. Looking forward to you being involved with us any kind of way to be able to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ, that we may help your life in whatever way we can. We thank God for this platform.
Pastor.
Yes, sir.
Before you go there, let me tell y'all, go out and look at Pastor Riggins' page. You'll see his mother out there singing a song.
Yeah.
I seen it, Pastor, and it just blew me away. I seen your mother out there singing. I was like, golly, Pastor.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I posted 2 of them. She sung Saturday and also Sunday. There are 2 songs out there. My mom is 78 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She went to Southern University, taking voice, majoring in voice, and a minor was special education.
Mm-hmm.
And she never got to finish her degree because she got married and had 5 children. But she sang all of her life. When she was younger, she sang like Mahalia Jackson. You ever heard her sing Sweet Little Bit Jesus Baby Boy? We didn't know it was you. She said, make it sound just like Mahalia Jackson.
Mm.
God blessed her with a great voice. She sings a cappella, she sings with musicians, and she sings with tracks more than anything else. For 20 years, she taught herself to play the piano. My mom is now legally blind. But when she opened her voice, and she's like 110, 115 pounds, that voice is still strong and deep. It's my mom.
Sure is.
5 feet tall, about 115 pounds. She sung 2 songs. She sung Just a Prayer Away by Yolanda Adams. That's on my Facebook page. And then she sung He's Been Faithful. So you go out there and watch those songs. Thank you, Ron. That's my legacy. My brothers, they sing a little better than me. One of my brothers have a couple albums out. Another one sings in Lakewood. I'm the third down on the pole. I hold the tune pretty good. I can sing a couple of songs in the right key. My mom is where we get it from. The Delafalls in Louisiana, John Delafalls, Gino Delafalls, all those guys. My mom is a Delafalls. So
okay, that explains it.
Yeah, her brother Michael Delafalls has his own quartet group out of Elton and Mamu. She had a brother that's dead now. Those guys that sing falsetto like Rance Allen and Paul Beasley and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Played the guitar and sing like that. His name was Japhus. And she had a brother named Isaiah that could play the piano and sing. Her dad could play the piano. So music is in our family. Music is in our family. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, Pastor, but
let's pray. Yeah. We
Amen.
Thank God for this platform and for all that he's doing, and that he gives us the opportunity to impact our community, our city, and our world. We leave this platform in his presence. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank God. Byron, give us your sign. And since Byron gave us that sign, that was my time to end the stream. So thank God, y'all.